Welcome back, boys and girls, to another episode with Mama MC.
Good morning, YouTube. It is your girl, Mama MC. How is it going? All right, so I wanted to do a video on if you are thinking about joining the military. So, here we go. If you are a high school student sitting at your desk pondering in your senior year what it is that you are going to do with the rest of your life, or you are at a job that you hate thinking there's got to be more to life than this, I need some more excitement in my life, or you're a single mom with 2 kids with a deadbeat soon-to-be ex-husband who's a total douchebag and is only sending you like $500 a month, even though he's making way more money than that, but he's a money-hungry fool, and he doesn't want to share anything, and he just wants to have control over this whole entire situation, and you're living at home with your parents, sharing a whole entire bedroom, your old bedroom that you used to sleep in with your 2 kids. You're wondering, I need to do something to be more stable in my life, and you decide to join the military. That was me. So, as I was saying, if you want to join the Army, do it. Just know you're going to have to put in a lot of hours, a lot of hard work. There's going to be some BS that's going to go down, and you're going to be wondering, why the heck did I join? I thought that many a times. So, if you're coming out of high school, you're going to be a fuzzy, wuzzy, was a bear. Aww. You're going to be a enlisted E1. So, if you have work experience, I believe, then you can come in as an E2. If you have an associate's degree, then you can come in as an E3. And if you have a bachelor's degree, why would you come in enlisted? Don't do it. No, don't do it. Hi, son. Go in as an officer. But if you want to get that groundwork experience and then transfer over to being an officer, great. Come in as an E4 specialist. Then, when you transfer over to an officer, you'll be a O1E. So, I think it's actually like an O2E. You're previously enlisted, so you come in at a higher pay. Anyways, all these ranks are based upon your pay grade. So, we'll get into that in a later video. And we'll talk about the whole rank structure and everything. But if you're thinking about doing it, do your research. Whether you want to join the Marines, the Air Force, the Army, or the Navy, it's all for a benefit to your country. Period, plain and simple. You do your time, you get education benefits, you get health care, you get housing, steady pay. You hopefully will choose a career field that can help you along in the future. Like I said, I was a 68 Mike. That is a nutrition care specialist or a dietitian's technician. Okay? So you are helping the nutritionists, the people who tell other people that they are fat or that they need to eat healthy or do some exercises. And you also help people who are sick in the hospital, providing them the nutrients that they need in order for them to get better. Now, make sure that you do not let the recruiters BS you. I promise you, they may seem like they're good and they're on your side, but think of them as a car salesman. Don't let them do that to you. They will try it, but no, go in there knowing what you know. Let them know, and they cannot, I promise you, they cannot BS you. But if they do get over on you, boy, let me tell you, there's nothing you can do about it. So, I had a situation where I was currently married but going through a divorce, had 2 kids, was going to be a single mom. I went into the Army because they allow you to go in even if you're already married to a enlisted person or someone. had to sign a waiver basically stating, yes, I know that my spouse is going in and it's okay. So you have to do that. You have to take your ASVAB score. Make sure you study that. Try to do practice tests. If you're super smart and you test really well, you'll be fine. But if you still want to practice to know what you're going to be looking at, or what, some variation of what's going to be on the ASVAB exam, then you'll want to Google that. There are different categories that they look at, but your overall GT score is what you really want to make sure that is high. You want to make sure you get a 110 or higher. A 110 means that you can transfer over to any other MOS, okay? And you can also, if you are wanting to look at it from a school option, say you can't afford to pay for college, you want to join the military, you can either go reserve or you can go active duty. You want to go to active duty because you know you're going to be getting a steady paycheck in the meantime. And if you happen to get into an MOS that you're, say, medical, which, everything has to do with medical basically nowadays, you get into a medical field, you're doing that and you're going to school. You do not have to use your GI Bill until you get out. Now, they call it tuition assistance. That doesn't kick in until after you've been in the military for, I believe, a year. The military will basically pay for you to go to school. You take night classes, take classes online, whatever, in order to get yourself prepared for, yes, getting a better degree, and then you can do a green to gold, or you can, hey, get away from the stove. You can go ahead and get out for a little while, go into the reserves program while you're doing green to gold. You go to get your bachelor's degree, and then you basically become an officer. It's a great way to do, but make sure that you know that when you do that, you're going to have to give the military back like a good 6 years of your life. So if it's not something that you were looking at trying to do for a long period of time, then there's a reservist option where it's going to take a little bit longer because you're not you're not on active duty status. So the timing is a little bit, it differs. So I knew when I came in, or I should say when I went in, that it wasn't going to be a 20-year stint. Okay, there was no way I was going to be a lifer. I wanted to get in, get my experience in the medical field, so that way when I got out, I was putting myself, at a better level of experience than what I came in with. That didn't necessarily work out in that way, but my kids have healthcare for life, not only through me, but through their dad, because their dad is still active duty. But also, I got the GI Bill. So now, if you've seen my videos before, I got into nursing school. And I'm going to be using that to pay for my schooling. And the great thing about the GI Bill is not only does it pay about almost $24,000 a year towards your schooling, you get that for 36 months. You can use it at any time during your life period, or you can transfer it over to your kids. If you only have one kid and your kid decides that they want to go to college, but they didn't either get a scholarship or whatever, you can transfer your GI Bill over to them, and then they can use it to go to college for free. And that also will pay for their housing as well. You get a monthly stipend of a BAH at an E5 rate, depending on the city that you go to school in. So, let's think about this. Let's be smart. Are you redecorating the stove? Okay. I currently live in Tennessee. Now, if you go look up like the BAH and you look at the different places, say, well, you're gonna use Tennessee because I'm currently in Tennessee, and I live close to Nashville. My school is in Nashville, where I go to school at. not where I live, but where I go to school at. Because I go to school in Nashville, I get the BAH of an E5 at an E5 rate at like $2,121. Yes, that is amazing. Now, if I were to go to school in the town that I currently live in, my BAH rate at an E5 would only be like $1,400. That's not that much. But you see how it is. Like, so when you go to pick a school that's in a bigger city that has a higher cost of living, you're going to get more in BAH, so that way you can afford that cost of living. Now, the military in general has its great benefits. Each branch has its great benefits. I was an Air Force brat, and my mom, she did 20 years. She was a lifer. She did 20 years in finance. You do your 20 years, you get medical benefits for yourself and your family for life. You get to keep your retirement. It's like a 401k. It's called a TSP. You also get to have the benefit of, when you join the military, period, getting a government job. It's supposed to make it a little bit easier. So because my mom had 20 years of experience in finance, she started off in the GS job in finance. And then she transferred over to contracting. And now she's like a GS 12, which is amazing. So of course it all depends on where you live and how much you get paid and stuff like that. But decided that, hey, at 21, I'm gonna go ahead, join the Air Force. I want to travel. I want to see the world. And that's exactly what she did. I mean, times are different now from what they were like 30 years ago, but when she joined. But you know, there's the benefit of traveling. You get housing for your family. If you come in single and then you meet someone and get married, they are then covered. And if you have children who have any disabilities, they have programs for that. They have what's called a EFNP program for your children who either have like learning disabilities or they have health disabilities. The healthcare, TRICARE is great, because if they can't help you on post, they'll refer you to somewhere that off post that they could probably help you. Or when it comes to your duty stations, that also plays a big part, because they won't send you somewhere where your child is not going to be able to get the care that they need. So there are so many benefits to joining. Just remember, you have to stay fit. You're going to have to do a 2-mile PT run. You're going to have to do sit-ups, and you're going to have to do push-ups. I do know that they are changing it. Like I said, my husband, he's currently in the Army, and they're on their way to changing it to something crazy, where I'm so glad that I got out, because I promise you I would not be able to like run, flip over tires, climb up a rope, jump over walls and stuff for a PT test. No. During training, you have to do that because it's preparing you for deployment, but in a PT test, no. So I hope this video was somewhat informational, somewhat good for you to learn from. I'll post another video talking about the rank structure, talking about pay, talking about locality. Oh, and another place of residency in the military for an area that doesn't take out state taxes. So those states are Texas, Nevada, Florida, I think a couple of other states. Oh, Tennessee is one of them too. So if you enlist, like I enlisted in Nevada, use your parents' address. If you don't, obviously, you don't have a address, but your place of residency is going to be where you enlist at. So if you enlist in Nevada, when your paycheck comes in, you're not going to get state taxes taken out of your paycheck. And when you go to file your taxes, it's going to be completely different. Added benefits to joining the military, not just also serving your country, but think about your family, think about schooling, think about stability, okay? Those are the main 3 things that you want to think about when you're coming in or when you're thinking about going in. Okay? All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was good for you. Like I said, I'll make another video talking about pay, and then we'll also go over a video on why I got out and some information that might be good for you. All right? Thanks, guys. It's your girl, Mama MC. Have a great day.